Hello everyone, welcome to the Turfway Park Report for Friday, March 4th, 2016. 10 live races on the card. The poly track is fast. The first race is a maiden claiming event for the claiming price $5,000. They'll race a 1 mile. Scratch the 1 Randy Mack, morning line favorite at 3 to 5, number 7 Kittens Warrior for trainer Mike Maker. And they're off. It's the favorite Kittens Warrior who'll get the first call, but Hot Prospect displaying the most speed and through from between horses the pair of Devilish Whirl and Beer Me as the field races towards the clubhouse turn. Down on the inside, Ranger Sam hugs that rail draw and is one in front of Prince and Spades, and last away Phillips out Best Day is outpaced by about 9 lengths just outside the 6 furlong marker. So it's Devilish Whirl who takes him by the 6 furlong pole to straighten up on the back stretch through a first quarter at a slow 25 seconds flat. So Devilish Whirl leads him up the back stretch, but company's coming. Beer Me is attacking to the outside. Hot Prospect is on hold while racing in third. The favorite Kittens Warrior in the red cap is fourth, but only about 3.5 off the pace. Then a link to Ranger Sam, about 4 to Prince of Spades, and still nothing from Phillips Best Day. Past the half-mile pole they go. The first half-mile timed in 50-2, so still a pedestrian-like pace for Devilish Whirl, who still shows the way by a length and a half. To the outside, the favorite Kittens Warrior has come along to be second. He's shadowed by Beer Me towards his inside. Hot Prospect is back a couple of spots in fourth, starting to make good progress. Midpoint through the turn comes Ranger Sam, and still nothing from Phillips Best Day as they are just outside the quarter-mile pole. Devilish Whirl has been on a clear and uncontested lead and took them through 3 quarters in a slow 116 flat, and they're on their way home. And Devilish Whirl in the red shadow roll spins them in. Here's Kittens Warrior attacking to the outside, even further out Prince of Spades, and up the fence fires Phillips Best Day from last, wide open by the 8th pole. To the outside, Prince of Spades fighting on Kittens Warrior and probing up the fence. Phillips Best Day has come from last to first in an upset in the pick 5. Phillips Best Day will win it by a length in the end. Kittens Warrior was second, Prince of Spades third, and Ranger Sam ran on to be fourth. Number 8, Phillips Best Day rallied from far back and rolled the rail to victory to get up to win it with Carson Sullivan aboard. The winner returned 620, 280, 220. Finishing second was the favorite, the 7 Kittens Warrior, third the 6 Prince of Spades, and fourth number 2 Ranger Sam. The exacta was worth $14.80, the try $130.20, and the superfecta combination 8762 returns $817 even. Running time for the 1 mile 1:42.1. Tonight's second race is a claimant event to go 6 1/2 furlongs for thrills and up, which have never won 2 lifetime. Scratch number 4, Dark Diamond. Morning line favorite number 6, No Small Rewards with Rafael Mojica Jr. And they're off. Good even beginning for all. The fastest start is for Devidut, who sends on out through from the inside. Here comes the filly Tucapita, and also from the inside, Skip Away in Seattle. Something to miss with Devidut as they leave that chute was very rank for Sophie Doyle there as they straighten up for the backstretch run, 5.5 furlongs to travel. So they stack up 4 across the track. To the inside, it's Skip Away in Seattle. He's flanked by the filly Tucapita, who races along the second position. Now the favorite, No Small Rewards, overtakes the lead. Devidut has settled down to match strides with that one. Then a link further back, starting to make good progress. Here comes Smackdown, one in front of Spack and Skill Spot, and Uncle Tickles is last of the lot through a first quarter of 23 seconds flat, and they bend into the far turn. It's Devidut when Sophie Doyle shows the way. The favorite, No Small Rewards, rides the rail in second. Starting to get underway from the back of the pack. Here's Uncle Tickles. Uncle Tickles absolutely exploding midpoint through the turn as the field continues their run to the top of the stretch. To the inside, the favorite, No Small Rewards, is overtaking the lead, but Uncle Tickles is going 2-1 to the outside, and Uncle Tickles has now found the front outside the 8th pole. So Uncle Tickles leads him for the stretch run. To the inside, No Small Rewards is trying to counter. That's all for Devidut. Running on from the back here is Smackdown, but in the final furlong, here's Uncle Tickles and Gabe Lagunas drawing away to win. Uncle Tickles has the line by 3. Tight for second between No Small Rewards and a late charging Smackdown in 1:19.4. Number 5, Uncle Tickles, exploding midpoint through the turn and sustain a furious stretch rally to get up to win going away. Returning 1160, 540, 240. Second, number 8, Smackdown. Third was number 6, No Small Rewards. And fourth, the 7, Devidut. The exacto was worth $66. The try, $64.90. Superfecta, 5, 8, 6, and 7, $225.20. Running time for the second race, 1:19.4. Tonight's third race, a wide-open $5,000 claimant event for the fillies and mares. They will race 1 mile. A field of 6 will go to the post. Morning line favorite number 2, Megnog, for owner John Landy. They are off. Wild About Jack stumbled but recovered nicely shortly after the start and now sends on out for the lead. My Miss Mary rides the rail up to contest the pace early. Then a link further back comes Megnog, who came away racing in third. Wonderful Miss B came away racing in fourth, flanked by Will Gracie Shine. And Kitten's Top Cat is last of the sextet as they make their way midpoint through the turn. So it's Wild About Jack, and Richard Bracho shows the way past the 6 furlong pole in front by a length through a first quarter in 24-2 as they straighten up on the backside. It's My Miss Mary and Perry Utes tracking in the second position. Then a gap of a length and a half to Albin Jimenez, who has Megnog along the rail in third. Out there deep on the course comes Will Gracie Shine and Jack Gilligan, a link to Kitten's Top Cat and Gonsalves, who's up a spot, and that relegates Wonderful Miss B and Corey Orm to last of the lot. As they pass the half-mile pole, the first half-mile in a fractional time of 48-3. So a fast time for this distance as they bend into the far turn, and the pace setter is Wild About Jack. My Miss Mary and Perry Utes is countering to the outside in second. Here comes 8-time winner Will Gracie Shine, midpoint through the turn, is about 3.5 off the pace, and scrubbed upon Kitten's Top Cat is being asked to quicken, as is Megnog, as they're just outside the quarter pole. So Wild About Jack has shook clear of My Miss Mary. Up the fence comes Megnog to the outside, Kitten's Top Cat, as they took 3 quarters, 1:13-2, and they're on their way home. It's Wild About Jack trying to hold off the late charge of Kitten's Top Cat to the outside. Will Gracie Shine in the middle. Megnog down along the rail. They still yet to get to Wild About Jack, who approaches the 16th pole, link to the good. But Kitten's Top Cat bearing down to the outside. Will Gracie Shine coming in the middle. They race down towards the line. A 4-way blanket finish, but Wild About Jack hangs on and takes them all the way in 1:40-3. Number 5, Wild About Jack, took them all the way in the front end for Richard Bracho in the irons. Wild About Jack returns 15.80, 6:23.80. Finishing second, number 4, Will Gracie Shine. The third was number 6, Kitten's Top Cat, and fourth, the 2, Megnog. The exacta was worth $44.80, the trifecta $193.20, the superfecta $406.80, the early pick 3 for $1, $111.30. The Rolling Daily Double came back $95.40. Running time for the 1 mile, 1:40 3/5 seconds. Tonight's fourth race is a claiming event for the fillies and mares who haven't won a race in the last 6 months. The claiming price $5,000. They'll race 6 1/2 furlongs. Field of 8 set to go here with the morning line favorite number 5, Sweet and Treats, with veteran rider Perry Utes. And they're off. Red Hot Pot is away alertly. Aptly away up the fence comes Mi Hermana Tia, and up to the outside, Ding-a-ling-a-ling makes it 3 across the track. Through from between horses, here's Sweets and Treats and Love Tractor. Prompting the favorite is a close-up 6, only a length and a half off the pace, well bunched on the run down the backstretch. Then a link to M-Rocks and a trailer is St. Patty Ann, but she's only about 7 lengths off the pace as they blitz up the backside. First quarter mile, 23 1/5 seconds. So now they've separated just a bit as Mi Hermana Tia shows the way by a length and a half. Sweets and Treats out in the middle of the course in second. To her inside is Love Tractor, and against the rail, Prom Theme is on hold, just waiting for the C's to part. Looping out wide comes Red Hot Plot. M-Rocks is underway, and Ding-a-ling-a-ling is last just outside the quarter pole. They've all got to get to meet Hermana Tia, who shows the way by 2. Coming under a ride. Prom Theme still has a lot of work to do as a favorite. Looping up wide, M-Rocks has made a wide sweeping move through that turn as they straighten for the stretch drive. So meet Hermana Tia spins them in. Up the fence, here comes Prom Theme, so the 2 Mojica brothers square off, knifing between horses. Here's Love Tractor, who's found her best stride. Meet Hermana Tia has to hold off Love Tractor, who's going best of all. Prom Theme will not get it done today as she just had to take up late at the wire. Love Tractor and Albin Jimenez is going to win for veteran Wayne Bearden by a length and 3/4. Sweets and Treats was second, a tough look Prom Thing in a photo with Meet Hermana Tia for third, 1:19-3. Slight upset as number 4, Love Tractor, wears him down to get up to win, going away with Albin Jimenez for trainer Wayne Bearden. The winner returned 16.60, 5:24.20. Second was a 5, Sweet and Treats. Third, number 1, Meet Hermana Tina. And finishing fourth, number 3, Prom Theme. The exacta was worth $77.80, the try $222.80, superfecta $1,299.40, Rolling Daily Double $102.80, and the pick 3 for $1 wager will get you back $328.80. Running time for the 6 1/2 furlongs, 1:19 3/5 seconds. Tonight's fifth race, sponsored by the Horses and Hope. It's a field of 9 maiden claimers. The claiming price $5,000. They'll go 6 furlongs, no program changes. Morning line favorite at 9-5. Number 7, Poonam with Perrieux. All set. They are off. Poor start for Blue Ranger and the firster Don Tillo, but a wise beginning for Rote, the Archie bred who sends on out. Revanche after that poor start, being hustled up the fence by Mojica. Wind Me Up came away racing in the third position. Legacy Road is away from the gate in fourth, about 3.5 off the pace. He's one in front of the pair of Poonman and Don Tillo, then a separation of a link to Blue Ranger, similar margin to Sailor Storm, and outpaced early comes King Couture's as they pass the half-mile pole and make their charge into the far turn. The first quarter mile in 23 seconds flat. So Rote and Yuri Uranga have left the rail open for Revancha. That one's come to match strides, looping up 3 wide. Here's Wind Me Up, who's drawn an ever closer third to stack up 3 across the track. Then a separation about 4 or 5 to the first-time starter, Don Tillo, who's being scrubbed upon and asked to quicken. And through from the inside, Blue Ranger starts to make good progress, as does Poonam, as they straighten to the top of the lane. And the Arkansas bred Rote will turn him in, but challenged to the outside by Wind Me Up, who attacks these two square off outside the 8th pole. That's all for Revancha, still making good progress. Blue Ranger to run on for the minors by the 16th pole. It's Rote who's finding more, but Wind Me Up is bearing down these two nip and tuck as they race down towards the wire, and Wind Me Up will grind it out by about a neck in the end. A game Rote was second, long way back to Blue Ranger third, and Poonam was fourth in 13-1. Number 4, Wind Me Up, the 4-year-old Mr. Punkandoo colt, grinds out a victory here for Dick Cardenas and owner-trainer Ron Baird. Winner returns 1580, 720, 520. Finishing second was number 5, Rote. Third was the 3, Blue Ranger, and fourth to 7, Poonam. The exactos were $79. The try $261.20. Super $2,420. The pick 4 $3,549.70. Rolling double $131.20. Running time for race 5 1:13 and 1/5 second. Tonight's 6th race is a claimant event for fillies and mares, which have not won 3 in 2 years or never won for a lifetime. They'll go 1 mile, field of 8, no program changes. Morning line favorite number 7, Seattle Sass with Corey Orm. And they're off. Brisk beginning for Crystal Duck, who fires first, but now Goose Skywalker has the most speed and will try to clear as they run to the first turn. The Cali bred Hot French Fries and the Raffle Broke Silks come away racing in third in between horses. Then a link for the back. Off the gate in fourth comes Nocturnal Q. Out deep in the course is Seattle Sass, who races along in the 5th position. Our Ruth came away next to last and last of the lot. Cha-Ching Jackpot will have to pass them all, as the 7-time winner is about 8.5 off the pace, and it was a 25-1 slow opening quarter for the favorite Crystal Duck, who shows the way up the backstretch run. But pressured to the outside by Goose Skywalker, these two are a length and a half in front of Hot French Fries, who races third. Continuing to be shadowed by Nocturnal Q is in fourth. Seattle Sass still in the middle of the course in fifth. Then a link for the back to Our Ruth, starting to tighten up, only 5.5 off the pace past the half-mile pole, and Cha-Ching Jackpot can't see them all. The half in 49-3, and they make their entrance into the far turn. 3.5 furlongs from home, and it's Goose Skywalker and Rodney Prescott show the way. Crystal Duck has been glued to that one's throat latch for the last half mile. Here's Nocturnal Q breezing up in hand while third. Against the rail, Hot French Fries is fourth. Seattle Sass starts to make good headway in fifth, and running on from the back, here's Our Ruth as they arrive to the top of the lane. 3/4 in 1:14-4, and they're on their way home. It's Nocturnal Q who attacks to the outside. Crystal Duck digging down deep, tenacious, and between horses, Goose Skywalker fighting on back under that left-handed urging. Now Prescott goes to the right-handed stick, but Seattle Sass has dead aim on the top trio. It's Goose Skywalker trying to hold. Here's Seattle Sass lunging to the outside. These two to the wire. Photo finish, but Goose Skywalker, I believe, held on by a flared nostril in 1:41 flat. Number 5, Goose Skywalker, under a rousing ride by Rodney Prescott, prevails by the narrowest of margins for owner-trainer Joseph Keys. The winner returns 1280, 520, 360. Finishing second to 7, Seattle Sass. Third was number 1, Crystal Duck. And finishing fourth to 6, Our Ruth. The exacta 4480, the try 108.20. The superfecta, $869.40. The daily double came back $98.80. The pick 3, $498.50. The running time, 1:41 flat. Tonight's 7th race is a claimant event for fillies and mares, which have never won 3 lifetime. Claiming price $7,500. They'll go 6 1/2 furlongs. Morning line favorite number 7, Secret Diary, with Sophie Doyle in the iron. They are off. and the starter caught him in a perfect line. It's Secret Diary who's on some gate speed swag, but quickest of all, there goes Chocolate Cherries, and through from the fence, Miss D's Tiara will lead them as they straighten up out of the chute onto the main track. Arya came away racing in third position, one in front of Daddy's Prophet, who's shadowed by La Kimby. Through from the inside comes Ella Cat, and last of the lot numbers Gal is last of the octet. 7.5 lengths from front to back as they charge up the back stretch towards the half-mile pole, and Miss D's Tiara and Perry shows the way by about a length and a half. Out in the center of the course, Chocolate Cherries is second. The favorite, Secret Diary, on hold. Going to need a seam there for Doyle. She's third, only about a length and a half, trying to split horses there. Then a separation of about 2 or 3 comes Arya, who continues to race in fourth. Elva Cat starting to make good headway. Daddy's Prophet is starting to moonwalk as they're midpoint through the turn. The half mile, 46 and 4. And Miss D's Tiara trying to get out, but Perriuch is going to work on that right shoulder, trying to keep her in. Here's the favorite. Looping up 3 wide, Secret Diary has come to the center of the track for clear running room as they straighten for the stretch drive. Half mile, 46 and 4. They pass the 8th pole, and Secret Diary starting to get away here. Secret Diary approaching the 16th pole, 4 to the good. Miss DTR is going to battle out for second. Arya with a late run along with Chocolate Cherries, but Secret Diary is better than these. Wins by about 4. Miss DTR was second, tight for third in 118 and 1.
Number 7, Secret Diary, had to overcome adversity to win. Finally got through, turned it for home, and just win going away. Number 7, Secret Diary, now on a 2-race win streak for owner PTK. Trainer Dane Kabisky. Sophie Doyle was again aboard for the winning ride. The winning returns 380, 240, 220. The exacta 1020, the try 5130, the super 353.80. The daily double $36, and the pick 3 $114.10. Running time 118 and 1/5 second. Tonight's 8th race is a claimant event for 4-year-olds and upwards. A wide open 12,500 down to 10-5 claimant event. They'll go 1 mile, field of 6. Morning line favorite at 9-5. Number 3, Glad Cat for Tommy Drury.
They are rough. And it's the favorite, Glad Cat, who's sending on out. Quick into stride, there goes Junior Benny. That one's flanked by In My Book. Jazz Tap is a pace presence. Then a link further back to the pair of Prosecution. And the 13-time winner, Ohio bred Shake Yo Groove Thing, is at the tail of affairs. So only 6 lengths from tip to tail as they're midpoint through the first turn. So up front, the 7-5 favorite, Glad Cat, and Johnny McKee takes him by the 6 furlong marker through an opening quarter of 24 and 2 as they straighten up on the backstretch. So Glad Cat shows the way under stout restraint in front by 3. Junior Benny and Jazz and Tap racing a joint second. A link for the back, In My Book, is 4th. Then a separation of 2 to the pair of Prosecution and Shake Yo Groove Thing. Still only 5.5, 6 lengths from tip to tail as they race up the backstride, approaching the half-mile pole. So the first half mile in 48 seconds flat. So a controlled tempo up front being set by Glad Cat, who shows them into the far turn run by a length. Jazz and Tap starting to get underway in second. Junior Benny starts to backpedal in third, gearing up on the 3 wide side. Here comes In My Book, and running on from the back, here comes the Ohio bred Shake Yo Groove Thing as they're midpoint through the turn. But they still got to get to the PA bred Glad Cat, who's about 4 to the good, just outside the quarter-mile pole. Running on from the back, here comes In My Book, also making good headway still. Shake Yo Groove Thing as they're into the stretch. It's Glad Cat, who's made every pole when he won. In My Book's going to take another crack at him as they approach the 8th pole, but Glad Cat starting to pull away here. Glad Cat approaching the 16th pole, 5 to the good. In My Book's running on for second from the back, Shake Yo Groove Thing, but at the wire, Glad Cat, coast to coast, wins by 5. In My Book was second, Shake Yo Groove Thing third, and Prosecution ran on to be 4th in 138 and 3.
Number 3, Glad Cat, the easiest of winners, controlled the tempo throughout and won going away for owner Richard Story, trainer Tommy Drury, and jockey Johnny McKee. The winner returns 480, 240, 210. Second was number 5, In My Book. Third, number 2, Shake Yo Groove Thing. And finishing 4th to complete the super, number 1, Prosecution. The exact $11, the try $23.90. Superfecta $104.60. Rolling daily double $9.40. And the pick 3 $52.20. Running time for the 1 mile 138 and 3. Tonight's 9th race is a claimant event for condition claimers which have never won 3. The claiming price $7,500. They'll race 6 1/2 furlongs. Field of 9 go to the post. Morning line favorite number 6 at 8-5. Chappie looking to give trainer Drury 2 on the card.
And they're off. For the lead from between horses, it's Duke of Vasu, who's hard hustled out, and through from the inside, there goes Charnox. The gray Edison's Pride came away racing in third position. Oceanfront came away racing fourth. They leave the chute and straighten up onto the main track. These four are about a length and a half in front of Give Me a Wish, who races third. Towards that one's inside comes Lonesome Highway, who's come through to be fifth. Then a distant trailer is Call Me Red as the field charges up the backstretch past the half-mile pole. The first quarter in 22-4. So a hot and contested pace developing up front as Duke of Vasu shows them in. Charnox is being hustled along to keep pace and keep that rail position in second. Periutez Edison's Pride's Gray Nose right to the inside of the flank of Oceanfront. These four are still linked in front of Lonesome Highway, who continues to run on through a half of 45-4. So Charnox has found the front, starting to get out a little bit in the turn. Charnox is going to turn them in about a half a side to the good. Oceanfront attacking to the outside. The rails open for Lonesome Highway as they straighten for the stretch drive. And Charnox approaching the eighth pole, 3 to the good. Lonesome Highway plugging along up the rail from the clouds. Here comes Chappie, and Chappie right alongside Call Me Red from the back. Deep stretch. Here's Call Me Red attacking to the outside of Charnox, and Call Me Red, second off the claim, will be a winning one. Charnox was second, Lonesome Highway third, and Chappie was fourth in 1:18-2.
Number 5, Call Me Red, explodes from the back of the pack, passes them all through the stretch to win. Going away, pulling the upset for trainer Reggie Rodriguez. Victor Balan was in the irons. The winner returns $27, $13, $8.20. Second was the 1, Charnox. Third, the 2, Lonesome Highway. Finishing fourth, number 6, Chappie. The exacta, $193.40. The try, $799.20. Superfecta, $10,325.40. The pick 4 for 50 cents, $420 and some change. In the daily double, $122.40. Running time for the 6 1/2 furlongs, 1:18-2. Tonight's 10th and final race is a maiden claimant event. The claimant price $5,000. It'll go 6 furlongs. Field of 9 go to the gate. Morning line favorite number 2, Full Gas at 8-5 with Rodney Prescott in the irons.
They racing. And Michi Bra is the first to show. Quick in his stride, there goes Full Gas. And now probing up the fence, here comes Hugh Hoofner to make it 3 across the track. A half a side off these comes Settle Your Crackers, who came away racing in the 4th position. A nose in front of City Classics, who's 5th, about 3.5 off the pace. And then a separation of about 2.5 to the inside of Walker's Century, flanked by Today May Be the Day, as the field charges up the backside past the half-mile pole and make their way into the far turn. First quarter mile for Hugh Hoofner, 23 seconds flat. Full Gas throttling up to the outside in second. 3 further back to City Classic. Running on from the back, here's Duke of Waymore and Gabe Lagunas making good headway as they're just outside the quarter pole. So Hugh Hoofner off that layoff shows the way. The Fairgrounds Invader, Full Gas, and Prescott ranging up to the outside. These two are nose for nose, stride for stride as they straighten for the stretch drive. It's Hugh Hoofner spins them in. Full Gas attacked to the outside. Michi Bra coming up the fence, and City Classic on the stand side. 4 across the track by the 8 pole. And an upset lurking as 42 to 1 shot. City Classic just went by them all. City Classic by the 16th pole, opening up here. Here's the Indiana bred City Classic, a Mated No More. Tight for second between Michi Bra and Hugh Hoofner for second, but City Classic blows up the tote board in the last at 42 to 1.
Number 9, City Classic pulls the upset with Eddie Zuniga aboard. City Classic returns $87.80, $30.60, and $14.80. Second was number 1, Hugh Hoofner. Third, number 3, Michi Bra. And fourth, the 2, Full Gas. Finishing fifth to complete the super high 5, number 8, Duke of Waymore. The exacta, $460.80. The trifecta, $1,056.10. Superfecta, $23,917.80. The late double, $1,605.80. The pick 3, $1,918.50. No winners in the super high 5. Carry over into tomorrow's card of nearly $1,500. Running time for race 10, 1:12-1. Well, that wraps up live racing for this Friday evening. Live racing returns tomorrow, Saturday, with the first post of 6:15. Thank you for your patronage, and this has been the Turfway Park Report.